ス3日目。今日はチューリッヒから電車で30分くらいのレンツブルグというところでマムートの本社見学しに行きます。はい、ということでこれから電車乗ります。
この日は7月15日。13日の夕方に到着したので、スイスの滞在は3日目となります。そしてこの日はマムートの本社見学が終わったらサンモリッツという町に移動します。
Hello. Hi. That's one? Yes. Yes, please. So, can I pay with credit card? Yes.はい、ということで、マムートの本社、こちら建物やってきました。で、私の上は今日全身マムートはい、せっかくなのでね、見つけてきました。はい、でこれからちょっとマムートのこの本社の中見学させていただくんですけど、こちらをですね、紹介してくれる方が2人いるのでちょっと紹介したいと思います。Hey! So, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, hello, my name is Harold. I'm head of corporate communication here at Mammut in Sion.
はい、じゃあもう一方、
森由美と申します。
由美さんです。
こちらで働いてる日本人スタッフです。
はい、ということでハラルドさんと由美さんにちょっと中を案内してもらいます。じゃあ、はい、中に早速行ってみたいと思います。おー、すごい。あ、クライミングのこのボードがあって、さらに入って早々卓球台があるランチしたり、あとは会社終わった後ビール飲みながらクライミングしたりするそうです。最高だ。
まず最初に案内されたのがマムートミュージアム。マムートの歴史を知ることができます。
So we'll start right here at the beginning. At the beginning, you see the two founders of the company. Mammut is 162 years old as a company, and we started off as a rope factory. So anyway, they were made mainly for agricultural use. Farmers, yes, who were using them for their work in the fields.
なんかちょっと弱そうな。It looks really not strong. It looks not strong, but
first mountaineers started to climb mountains as well, especially from the UK. They come over to Switzerland, to the Alps, and they climbed a lot of mountains there. And they were using ropes that looked similar to this, so it was a no-fall scenario. This is also why there was a lot of development and innovation invested, so that ropes look like this.
新しいやつ。こっちの方が。
You can see it's still the same thing. It's still a rope, but it's a very different thing at the same time.
さて次はマムートのマンモスのロゴの由来を伺います。ちなみにマムートはドイツ語でマンモスを意味します。だからマムートはマンモスというね名前のブランドなんです。
So before I talked about the rope and how the rope has changed, you can also see how the logo has changed.
ロゴ。これがオールドメン。
This is one of the old Mammut logos, and if you compare it to the new one, the Mammut has switched the side. Mammut has switched side. Because also in German or in English, when you read, we read from left to right. So we wanted the Mammut to go progressive, into the future, instead of walk back. One other fun fact about the logo is that it didn't used to be the logo of the brand, because the brand wasn't called Mammut from the beginning on.
Oh.
It had different names, especially in connection with the names of the founders in the beginning. And the rope, or the Mammut, was in the beginning only used as an explanation of the strength of the ropes. So a specific part of the ropes were marketed as a rope as strong as a Mammut, just to show how strong the ropes are. And in the end, the ropes were so famous that people talked about, those ropes, those strong ropes, the Mammut ropes. And then this became kind of, kind of a fixed expression. And in the end, Mammut became such a memorable name that it moved its way into the brand name.
続いてはマムートの環境の取り組みを教えてもらいます。この方はイタリア人のマッテーオさんです。
Our We Care strategy is, so we have this sustainability strategy that we call We Care, and has it's devised to match the letters. So we have 4 pillars that are clean production, animal welfare, reduced footprint, and ethical production. So CARE, so care.
マムートの環境への取り組みには4つの柱があります。クリーンプロダクション、クリーンな製造、アニマルウェルフェア、動物福祉、Reduced Footprint、温室効果ガスの削減、Ethical Production、倫理的な製造。この4つの頭文字を取ると Care になります。だからその取り組みのスローガンが We Care となってます。こちらに関して説明をしていただきます。
Clean production is mainly for chemicals, and the chemicals we use in clothes. So as you see, we have the percentages, and we have 70% and 60% of Blue Sign approved fabrics and products. Means Blue Sign is a certification that proves that the chemicals in our clothes are safe, both for the production and both for people in using, because we use a lot of chemicals in the production of clothes to feed the yarn, to weave the yarn.
ここで面白いなと思ったのは、環境への取り組みの達成率をカラビナをかけて表現しているところです。今期の製品は PFC フリーが 90% 以上とのことなんですが、90% のところまでカラビナがかかっています。
すごい。なんかマムート、It's really like Mammut, like carabiner.
Yeah.
You put carabiner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for us to get better so I can Then animal welfare is something that also we care about, because especially in winter when we have a lot of down,
すごい。
a lot of wool, we have this the source of this animal sourced materials needs to be responsible. Of course, you cannot treat ducks in a certain way. You cannot have intensive farming techniques, and so these 2 certifications we collaborate with are for us to prove that the materials that we have inside our products have been sourced in a responsible way. Reduce footprint, this is a very important part. It doesn't only cover these recycled and organic materials, but for example, we reduce the impacts that we have overall. So an example of that would be the carbon footprint. So this year we reduced by almost 20% our carbon footprint, as you can also see in the report, which is a great effort from the whole organization. And last, because we are not producing our own clothes, we outsource the production, we need to make sure that the production is safe, it's responsible for the people working there, because it's a common practice nowadays to see that the workers in the factories are not paying a living wage, are not even having health and safety standards. They might as well not, but might be requested to work overtime from seasons. So when the season is produced, a lot of requests from brands come in, so they have to work overtime, and that overtime may not be paid sometimes as well. But we know that Fairwear, we cover 96% in these 50% of products by units, but not by production. We cover 96% of our first suppliers of our value chain is covered by fair regulation. So we can say that our production is as ethic as it can be.
次にやってきたのはギア開発部門です。
So this is the hardware department, and we have 4 divisions. So it's the team responsible to do climbing gear, to develop climbing gear, avalanche safety, which is like avalanche airbags and transceivers, probes, shovels, and so on. We have a team taking care of backpacks, so creating backpacks and sleeping bags, and a team creating footwear.
Okay.
Yes.
さて、これからは商品開発部門を見せていただくんですが、その前にちょっと気になることを聞いてみました。
So, by the way, why there are less people on Monday? Because it's for me, it's really unnormal in Japan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, we have 50% home office rule here, so everyone can work 50% in the office and 50% in home office. And a lot of people choose to take their Fridays and Mondays to do home office. But also, additionally, at the moment is also holiday season. So, many people are also in holiday right now. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
That's why it's not so many people.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you.
But usually it's quite full. Brown board for one of the new helmet developments we're doing. This is usually how the process goes. Our product designer starts with some scribbles and ideas, and at some point the scribbles get more nice, so you can actually judge the design a bit better. And especially for helmets, it's important to go quickly into 3D development because the 2D sketches often lie a little bit. They lie in terms of where the edges go, where the lines end, and so on. So we go after the scribbles, we go into 3D development and then start printing. So for example, we have here. So that's actually the new one of the new helmets.
Oh.
So they are printed. They're quite heavy, as you can feel, like compared to the real helmet. In the end, should have that weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that printed?
It's printed. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's printed.
すごい。
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavier. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's heavy.
Yeah.
But it's just to judge the,
Oh,
the
really?
design and see the lines. This is maybe a little bit.
Oh, this is rope.
It's yeah.
Oh, is that the inside of rope?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really?
That's the inside of a rope.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 small lines. No.
These are core strands. Yeah. And that's actually how a rope is constructed. So you have, depending on the rope diameter, you have several cores in the rope, and they are like kind of, as you can see here, they are also again constructed by filaments, and these filaments are twined together, and then twined again. And then these twines give the core, and then you have, like in this example, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cores. It's a 9.5 millimeter cord or rope, and then these cores are protected by a sheath, and this sheath is braided on the outside around the cores. So the cores are actually there to hold your fall, but also to stretch. So when you fall into the rope stretches, so you don't get too high of energy impact when you stop. Kind of like think about a bungee jump, where the cord is also stretching a lot. If you think it wouldn't stretch, you would get a sudden stop, and that would have a high impact on your body, and you would hurt yourself pretty bad. And that's why climbing ropes, they stretch. That's why they have dynamics.
さて、お次はアパレル開発部門です。こちらがオフィスですね。やはり月曜ということで出社している社員さんが少なめです。
The atmosphere is different from the next.
Hardware.
Yeah, hardware.
It's also very different in hardware. In equipment, there are a lot of guys working.
Yeah.
Mainly, I have women. So
Oh,
we are
really?
like 90% women in
Oh,
apparel,
really?
and in equipment, it's the other way around. Yeah, you can just have a seat or stand around the table.
Wow.
So this is where we have all the clothes from the last 3 seasons.
Oh, last 3 seasons.
Yeah, exactly. So normally we start a bit more than 2 years in advance with the developments.
Okay.
With some special projects like super high-end mountaineering products like our Eiger range. We even start earlier.
Oh,
but
really?
Normally it's
Wow.
2 years in advance.
Oh.
And then we are looking for materials to have the right fabric for the right product. Obviously, we also test the materials, they have to work. And then we are requesting prototypes. And with these prototypes, we also go out and test them. Sometimes ourselves when we have time. But often we just send them to athletes, for example. And then we ask them for feedback.
And when you say 2 years, is 2 before going on the market?
Before going on the market, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's 2 years before it's going really to the end consumers on the market, exactly. And
It's quite short.
it depends on how you see it.
ユミさんが製品を作り始めてから店頭に並ぶまでがすごく短いですねとびっくりしているんですが、それはなぜかというと、製品が発売されるまでのスケジュールがこんな感じだからです。店頭に並ぶ2年前から作り始めて、店頭に並ぶ1年前には展示会に出さなくてはいけないので、実質制作期間は1年なんです。こうやって聞くと製品の制作スケジュールってタイトだなって感じしますよね。
And as you see, yeah, it's plenty of products. We have a big range. In winter, it's around 400 styles, and in summer, around 300. So in winter, it's bigger because we have more insulated products like down jackets, also skiing jackets. In summer, it's always a bit less.
Oh, really? 400, you said. So it contain different colors.
No, that's,
no?
With colors, it's like thousands.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh, really? It's too many. Oh, really? A lot.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of work. Also.
Yeah. Wow. Is that the piece of the?
It's pieces of fabrics. Many people in house are able to sew stuff or do it yourself, do it your own project, and then it's very quickly gone. I mean, the box was full like a few weeks ago.
So, someone use these clothes for repair.
Their own. Yeah, for repair or for sewing stuff for their kids. Or something.
Yeah,
or
good.
Bags or like tiny accessories.
すごい。Yeah. すごい。
ここでちょっとブレイク。会社の中のカフェスペースでエスプレッソを入れてもらいました。スタッフの皆さん、コーヒーがね、大好きなんだそうです。
Come by. Thanks for coming. Nice to meet you.
美味しい。
You like it?
Yeah, I like this. あ、これすごいちゃんとカップもマムートのカップだった。This is yeah printed.
Yeah.
マムートロゴすごい。マムート尽くし。
さて、次にやってきたのはシューズ開発部門。
But this is also from, you know, like development. You see, like,
ああ、すごい。
oh, this is
他の会社の。
company.
Yeah. So.
All the testing, testing sample,
Oh.
material check.
Mhm.
We have a new marketing.
Oh.
Also, summer 25.
Mhm.
Also called Kento Guide.
Mhm.
And this it's very lightweight also for mountaineering.
本当だ。軽い。Yeah, it's
But,
light.
European production.
Oh, European. Oh, really?
European leather. Everything.
So we can't buy in Japan.
Yes, you can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But they are produced in Hildo.
Yes,
Mm.
but they will be shipped also to Japan.
So all shoes are produced in Europe or
No.
no?
No, 85% in Asia,
Oh, really?
in Vietnam.
So that is European.
This European.
Okay. So what is the difference between the European and Asian? Is it more difficult to make it?
Yes, these, on these mountain boots, they have especially also very hard materials inside, and you need a lot of know-how for manufacturing in terms of workmanship, like how to build it, also over the last, how to assemble the shoe, and these they have since 100 years this experience. So therefore, they are, the European production for the mountain boots is highly recommended always. But then, of course, the Asian production is they are really good on applying, for example, these weld pieces on the uppers. They have technologies. They're very good and fast in stitching. So this is the advantage of the Asian production.
Okay.
So here you saw the for this boot, which you saw also in blue. So and there was a lot of different tests.
Yeah.
done.
Oh, what is this?
Okay.
What test?
So
You
this was test. Okay, what kind of foam the supplier used, and you can check if it's okay. Which we said, okay, you should use this foam, and then check afterwards. Okay, it's also in there, and especially here when you. So this, as I said, it's very important for a mountaineering boot. This needs to be very stiff because sometimes it's usable with crampons, on ice and snow, and it needs to be stiff. Otherwise, the crampons they fall off. Right? So it needs to be.
Oh, wow.
So and here are special materials who make this very, very hard.
Yeah, hard. Oh, we had like that kind of materials in that shoes, in the shoes. I never expected.
Only on the mountaineering shoes, right? Because on normal shoes, like, it will be too hard. Look,
Too heavy. Yeah.
you walk like this, you don't have the comfort.
はい、ここで嬉しいサプライズが起こりました。
March
Oh, really? From
25.
Okay. わあ、嬉しい。ちょっとこれいただいてしまいました。日本で私まだ売っていないシューズを履きます。嬉しい。Thank you so much.
さて、こちらが最後のパートです。機械室にやってきました。ここでは製品のテストがたくさん行われています。
Oh, it's moving.
Yes, it's the 3D printer.
Oh, 3D printer. Oh, I heard the helmets is like.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I think this one is not a helmet.
さて、ここで皆さんに問題です。この 3D プリンター、何を作っているんでしょうか？拡大してみるとこんな感じ。ちょっと面影があるかな？
わー、すごい。これシャベルのこれが今ね作られているそうですよ。わー、9%。
It takes
Oh,
15 more hours.
really? すごいな。時間がかかりますね。わー。 Wow.
And it's super, for the development team, it's very helpful to have this printer here because it saves a lot of time. Otherwise, we would need to wait probably 3 weeks to get a sample from the supplier. And like this, we can have it in 16 hours. We can have a prototype and have a look at it. So,
Wow. すごいいっぱい。A lot of machines here.
and this,
Almost
one,
that one.
this
Yeah.
is brand new.
Yeah.
And it's for down jackets and sleeping bags with down. You throw it in there, and then it's like a tumbling machine. And so it's tumbled around all the time. And then in the end, you check how many down feathers came out
Yes.
to make sure the construction is
すごい。
down proof, and you don't get any down feathers outside because this is what you don't want to have. Understand
変
why?
わった装置。Ooh. What? So what
Because it's Shakira.
what is it for?
So it's usually we exactly it's like the hiking movement when you're hiking, and we use it to test the backpack construction.
Oh, backpacks. Okay.
For the active spine, is a
Yeah.
construction to
Yeah.
ensure that the backpack is easier to carry. And this was the test setup that we use. And this one, for example, is running for days. And we put a backpack on it and let it run. And in the end, Shakira is hiking for years, for many kilometers.
続いて案内されたのはロープの耐久性のテストをする設備です。今はテストの準備をしてくださっています。上から下まではおよそ15メートルの高さがあり、オレンジ色の部分がクライマーを想定した80kgの重りです。重りにはロープがつながっていて、この重りを落としてロープの耐久性をテストします。
In 10 seconds,
10 seconds?
it's the rope.
Oh, really?
The weight is being dropped.
Oh, really?
5,
4, 3, 2.
1. So this test is also a test from the EN standard, so a legal standard that we have to fulfill. And in the legal EN standard, the minimum requirement is 5 falls, so 5 drops without breaking. Let's say the worst case scenario for the field use, and therefore it needs to hold this worst case at least 5 times by the EN standard. For us, we have a higher requirement for our ropes.
ありがとうございました。ありがとう。はーい、サンモリッツ到着しました。9時過ぎてもこの明るさです。すごい。はい、ではちょっとね、ホテルに向かいます。はい、緊急事態です。サンモリッツでの滞在はちょっとでも節約しようと思って、アパートメントを予約したんですよ。なんかホテルじゃなくて。で、さっきタクシーでその鍵をオフィス、その管理してる会社まで取りに行ったんですよ。で、そしたらその会社から 私が今日泊まるホテルは徒歩で20分離れていることが判明して、今この荷物を持って移動してます。なんかその管理会社の前で私はタクシーの運転手さんと別れてしまったので、再びタクシーに乗ることもできず、もう歩くしかないっていう感じで、そう頑張ろう。いやマジでスイスが治安がいいことが不幸中の幸いですね。夜道を歩いても大丈夫っていうね。よかった。はい、ということで今日から3日間泊まる宿に着きました。オープン。よいしょ。こんな感じで、こっちがバストイレで、こっちがベッドルームとテーブルがあります。で、こっちにもベッドルーム。本当は3人くらいで寝られるんですね。ちょっと1人で贅沢使いしちゃいますが、ここがね一番安かったんですよ、この辺りで。で、こっちがねキッチンです。よいしょ。で、棚になんか入ってたりするのかな。あ、食器、あ、ちょっとした調味料、あれだ、オリーブオイルとかだ、バルサミコ酢もある。こっちはなんだ、押すのかな。あ、嬉しい、調味料がある。これでなんか自炊ちょっとできそう。はい、夜はどん兵衛とさっきスーパーで買った野菜をちょっと乗せてサラダです。このサラミの食べ方がこれで合ってるのかどうかわかんないけど、はい、これを食べて寝たいと思います。おやすみなさい。